Hello and welcome to Kind Confidence Mindset Reset. So, this is a program that I developed in January 2020, and I put it through two test pilots with over 10 people, and we adapted it and tailored it to how we felt that it would be easier to relate to others. So I have been waiting a while to be able to bring you the video content to go with the PowerPoint content. So I hope you enjoy it. This is a great way if you are feeling that you're not in control of your life just now, you're feeling down, you feel like you really need a positivity boost, and things are just a little bit all over the place just now, this is the program for you. If you feel that you're stressed, you're negative, you're overthinking, you're not sleeping well, and that life in general is just getting too much, this will help you just to create that clarity, the routine, and bring back that positivity back into your life. Especially in 2020, this year has been really difficult for a lot of people because of COVID-19. Originally, when I completed and created this program, it was to be a paid program that I was to launch in April 2020. But when lockdown and COVID became quite, everything happened at once, people were really anxious and they weren't coping. And I made the decision that I wanted to give people this program for free to be able to help themselves during a really difficult time. I wanted to reach as many people as possible that I knew were struggling. And I've had incredible feedback. I really love doing it. So it's a great introductory program into the Kind Confidence coaching and how you can be supported to improve your life, your positivity, and give yourself happiness, because that's what everyone wants, is happiness, and everyone deserves that. So this is giving you the tools to take control over your life. So I am going to share the screen and get going through the slideshow, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay. So what to expect from the Kind Confidence program? So it's a 30-day or 6-week program, depending on how you want to do it. We found that when we did the pilots of this, that some people were really able to manage the 30-day program, and some people felt that it was so much information that it should be made into a 6-week and extended. So it's completely up to you how you want to do this. The main point to all of self-development, positivity, and changing things in your life is commitment, and just, show up and do the work. Commitment and consistency. That is the two main things to make sure that you get the 100% benefit of the tools and the practices that I'm going to be sharing with you. So week 1 of the program, you're going to learn the 3 universal laws, an introduction to the law of attraction, how to live an abundant life, gratitude, affirmations, and thank you. So why me? Why do I think that I can be a coach? Well, really, anyone can be a coach, because we all bring different perspectives of life to the forefront. But a bit about me. So I am a wife. I have 3 kids, and they're all, my 3 kids just now are currently 6, 5, and 10 months. I'm a registered nurse. I have been for over 10 years. I love my job. I was very lucky that I was able to go into quite a high position at quite a young age. And I love doing what I do, working for an organisation, a charity supporting veterans. And my background, so I grew up in a small island in Shetland. the Shetland Islands, I should say. And it was a great upbringing. You know, I talk about it all the time. It's absolutely fantastic. And I left Shetland first when I was 18 to train as a nurse, and then again when I was 21. I just felt that for me, I needed to make sure that I was seeing everything that I needed to see and not be restricted from island life. Growing up, I had the most amazing family and amazing childhood. But like anywhere, there's always difficulties, and I found for me, I had to deal with a lot of difficulties to do with weight issues and how I felt about myself and not having self-confidence. Now, a lot of people that know me from then would probably think, oh, wow, really? Because I was very, very good at putting on a confident front. But actually on the inside, it's not how I felt at all. And do you know what? It ended up to so much toxicity of how I was feeling inside about myself. And you know, other factors came in, other things that happened when I was a teenager that really put me down a really dark path mentally. And I suppose with that, I moved off the island. I made that goal that I needed to get away. I needed to accomplish something. And I achieved that goal and moved away at 18. But again, there was a lot of things from my childhood that stayed with me. And it really affected how I was about myself. I didn't have any self-respect. I didn't have the confidence, but I pretended I did. I pretended that things didn't matter to me. Um, so, and that was a lot about being embarrassed about things and not wanting to express. And I wasn't able to express myself. I was very much about, showing emotion was a weakness. And it led to very, to relationships that didn't work. To constantly feeling like I had to be better, not being happy, drinking a lot, massive partying and drinking, and never really just pushing that 100% that I knew I was able to do, and just being so self depreciated. It was really not nice. And when I look back at that now, I see such a sad girl that was able to mask it so well. So after I had my first son, so he's 6 years old, I then got major anxiety. And I think it's something that comes with being a new mum, is that suddenly you are responsible for this person. And how do you protect them from the bad things that go on in the world when you're surrounded by negativity every day? So for me, it was, even if I had to go out somewhere, I was planning it in my head about 20 times. If my husband went to work and I never heard from him, I would be thinking the worst, like, has he been in an accident? It was just constant overthinking. And then I would go to bed at night and boom, my head would explode with a million thoughts, and I couldn't stop it. I didn't sleep until the early hours, and then it was flooding into my life. My health deteriorated, my weight issues deteriorated, and it just continued in a vicious cycle that I wasn't able to change. And then I was introduced by a friend to a book called The Secret. And I started reading it, and that was it. That was the light bulb change moment for me, completely. I found practices that I was able to put into my life easily. And after having my daughter, I put myself strict, like, this things have got to change. And I lost 7 stone. And I was just a much happier person, and not because of the weight loss, but because of the practices and tools I was putting into my life. I was gaining more energy. I had a more positive outlook, and I was stopping myself doing these negative things. And it was just absolutely incredible. And I decided that, do you know what, with my nursing background and the things that I've gone through in my own life and how I've managed to come to where I am now, I need to share. I need to help others that could be in them situations to know that there is so much more out there and you can help yourself. And sometimes you don't give yourself enough credit. I look back on where I've been and where I am now, and I just think it's absolutely incredible how much I have grown, how much I've achieved when I look back some of the situations I've been in and how I'm feeling, and I'm just truly grateful to where I am now from that. So yeah, that is why. And part of my role as a nurse, I do a lot of management, and throughout my career, I've had so many people come up to me and say, I'm not doing great just now. I've been to the doctor, and they signed me off work and they put me on medication. And I was like, okay, what are you doing to help yourself? Oh, that, I've been to the doctor. People don't know what's out there to actually support themselves. Medication has a complete purpose, and I think if you are someone who is feeling like you're not yourself and you're really down and you're really withdrawn and you're worried, go to your doctor, because there is investigations that need to be done first to rule out anything medical for that reason. But there's so much you can do for yourself to take control of the situation and take control of your mind. So that is what this program is about. I just want to help people that have maybe been in a similar situation to me, or work in healthcare where it's extremely stressful, but we don't acknowledge our own stress and how we look after ourselves. But we still go out there and expect to look after other people and help them get better, but we're not actually helping ourselves. So that's background and a little bit about my story. And my vision is just to help and support people to get the tools to help themselves, to care for their own mental health and lifestyle, and create a community of supportive people that you can be around and surround yourself with high energy, positive people, and just take some of that negativity away. Okay. So the universal law, if you haven't read The Secret, or Esther Hicks, Jerry Hicks, Abraham Hicks, they're all the same. Esther Hicks is absolutely fantastic. They are the original law of attraction. And then what came onto film was The Secret and book. And it's just absolutely incredible. And now this talks about the laws that affect physical and non-physical things. So it's all about the universe, the vibrations, the energy that is surrounding and inside us. So there's 3 laws. One is the law of attraction. So you must effectively apply the law of attraction to utilize the second and third laws. So you have the science of deliberate creation and the art of allowing. So we go back to law of attraction, because this is the one that you really need to understand and be able to practice before we go into laws 2 and 3. So law of attraction is all about, simplified, you attract what you put out. So like attract like kind of way. So if you're putting out a negative energy, you're going to attract negativity. A great way that I did when I first read this, the great practice I did for what putting out there was attracting a parking space. And it was a parking space outside my work, and it was right across from the door. And I used to practice doing that and getting that parking space. So it's all about getting the right vibration. We attract everything ourselves into our life. And it's all about the energy that we're putting off. So part of the tools and law of attraction is making sure that what we are thinking and feeling is in balance with what we want. Because if it's not, we're not going to get that, and we're going to continue in a vicious cycle. So I hope that's a really brief of the universal laws, and we will be going much more in depth into them. But highly recommend for your reading The Secret and Esther Hicks as well, The Law of Attraction. So just to recap, what is it? The law of attraction is scientifically proven. What we project into the world is what we receive. You attract things into your life that are on the same frequency that you're projecting. And everything that is coming into your life, you are attracting into your life. And I think once you get your head around that, and you look back, the more you go into this and you look back at situations you thought, you will think and get that light bulb, oh my God, I've done that. So it's how we then change to make sure that the vibration we're putting out is one that is in alignment with what we want. So read this slowly. And this is a great quote that really does get the law of attraction and help you understand what it is. So imagine your mind like a garden and your thoughts are the seeds. You get to choose what seeds you plant in it. You can plant seeds of positivity, love and abundance, or you can plant seeds of negativity, fear and lack. You can also spend time trying to take care of everyone else's garden, or you can work on making yours beautiful and attract other people to your garden. That is the law of attraction summed up absolutely beautifully in a nice and simplified way. So the universe is giving you signs every day, in your sleep, in your timeline, in your conversations, on the radio, in the sky, in the synchronicities. Pay attention to them and piece them together. You will notice a pattern and the universe is communicating with you. So how do we do this? Okay, so we're finding out, but how do we do this? And that is the next step to take. And I'm going to give you the tools to help you to recognize and start taking control of what you're putting out to the universe. So when we are giving thought in the direction of what you do not want, you will feel a negative emotion. And so simply by paying attention to the way you're feeling, you will know at all times the direction from which your powerful magnetic being is attracting the subject of whatever you are giving thought to. So the great way of explaining this is that feeling when it's Christmas Eve and you're a kid and you know Santa Claus is coming the next day and what are you going to get, and you're really, really excited and you can't sleep because you're so excited. That is a feeling that you want to give out to something you really, really want. That is the one you want to be given out. So that is like the really excited, great feelings, energetic, so excited. And then you'll know in yourself, you get that horrible, churning gut feeling when you're worried about something or something goes wrong. That's the feeling that we want to see less of. And that's not saying that we should ignore them feelings, because if you're feeling it, you need to acknowledge it. And you need to really delve into, well, why am I feeling this way? So that then you can recognize and release it and move forward. You'll see in the PowerPoint, there is a great link up to the Essential Law of Attraction collection by Esther Hicks and Jerry Hicks. Incredible read, and I will be talking more throughout the programme about the amazing work from Esther and Jerry Hicks and Abraham Hicks, as they're also known. So how do we live an abundant life? So you need to have a vision. How do I see my life now and where do I want it to be? The second major thing is routine. So what are you doing daily and do you need a reset? So are you daily waking up, no alarm clock, at, just sleeping into whenever, getting up, moping about, maybe eating something that's, not the greatest, snacking, sitting down, watching all these box sets all day, and Netflix? What are you doing with your day? Do you spend your day getting up, dragging yourself out of bed to go to work, to come home, to eat and watch TV and do it all again? Or are you a really busy mum, for example, and are you running around getting your kids ready, getting them to school, getting them fed, getting them washed, getting them to bed? Are you doing this whole day of just chaos with children, chaos with mess everywhere, and actually no time for you? If that sounds like you, that was totally me. So don't worry. Get your routine in check and make sure, and it's the one thing that we will do here, that you make time for you. And it can be done. I work a full-time job with 3 children and I make time for me. Now, that doesn't say that because I can do it, then everyone can do it. Like, most likely, yes. But I'm not going to be the one to push you to say, well, if I can do it, why can't you? That's not what this is about. And the whole program is about tailoring to you and your lifestyle. Set goals. If you don't have goals, how are you going to achieve them? If you're just thinking in your head every day, I want this and I want this and I want this, right? Okay, so what are you going to do to get to that? Have you set achievable goals, SMART goals? So these are the things that we're going to go through. Gratitude. Are you thankful for what you already have? Being mindful of how we are reacting. Affirmations. So these are great. These are about giving you that positivity boost to remind you who you are and how you're doing. And thank you. Remember, with gratefulness, be thankful for what you get. So a vision. Sit down and write down, what is it you want? Let's gain clarity on what you want. Another great way, if you gain clarity, you get your vision, you know what you want, you can create a vision board. These are fantastic for manifesting. So create a vision board. They're great. They're fun. You print stuff out. You can cut out magazines, put it all there, display it up so that you can see it every day, so that you can focus on what you want. It's going to constantly remember you. This is why you're doing this, because you want this. Vibration. What is your vibration? So say you want a car, but you're going out drinking every weekend, spending your money. Your vibration is totally opposite to what your wants is. And creative workshop. This is a great fun thing that I found from Esther Hicks that is just really good for what I would say daydreaming about what you want and making sure that you're really bringing it into your thoughts. Routine. So the miracle of mornings, the 5 a.m. club, the golden hour. What time are you getting up in the morning now? For me, I am very much in the 5 a.m. club. I get up at 5 a.m. every morning and I have an hour to myself for me before everyone else wakes up. So make sure you have a set routine, the same time to wake up every morning and do something for you. Now, we're going to go more into that, but just now I'm giving you a nice basic overview. Another major part of routine is your bedtime routine. What time are you going to bed at and what are you doing? These are major factors, and see, getting them two right, you will see a massive shift in how you feel daily. And how are you treating your body? Are you going out drinking every weekend and eating absolute rubbish? Or are you making sure you're hydrated? Are you eating proper meals? Are you eating regularly? What are you putting into your body? These are all things to look at. Now, I'm not saying don't get a takeaway ever so often to, as a treat, but are you eating rubbish every day? Are you eating loads of sweeties, loads of crisps, loads of fizzy juice? What are you putting into your body and how are you treating your body? And what is your exposure? So look at what your work is like, what your family life is like, what your friendships are like. Are they loving and supportive, or are you finding yourself with a lot of negative talk, a lot of stress, maybe arguing and fighting? What is your exposure? What is going on around you? Are you watching the news every single day? Are you going through social media? The amount of negativity that is coming in will affect you. So you need to look at, well, how much am I being exposed to negative talk, to stress factors, to emotional factors? Where is your exposure just now? And goal setting. So once you've gained your vision of what you want or how you want to be, that's when we sit down and we look at, right, how are we going to achieve this? So we need to write down clear goals and make sure they're somewhere that you can see daily. And you can have daily goals as well. I have to-do lists every day, especially when I'm at work. But make sure that your goals can be visible. And this is a great quote here. Studies have shown that goals written out by individuals become more actionable and reasonable to them than ones that exist in their minds. So make sure that you take whatever's in here and get it on paper. Gratitude. So what is it? Gratitude is about taking that time and reflect and just being grateful for what we already have in life. It's crazy because we already live in an abundant world. If you are living in United Kingdom, you are already in an abundant world because you already have housing, electricity, gas, heating, water that you can drink from a tap. You have access to transport, to school, to medical care, dental care. You already are exposed and have so much abundance around you, but we don't always recognize it. So this is what gratitude is about, looking at that and taking a moment to say, well, I am grateful for this. Take a gratitude diary. So I do my gratitude diary every night. I use the Gratitude app by Carla White. You can get that on the App Store. It's a one-time payment of £2.99. Fantastic app. It means you can write it out on your phone at night. You can add pictures to it, and it creates amazing little picture quotes from your own pictures. So yeah, take that time each night. Now, I think if you're a beginner, I would like you to take pen, paper, gratitude app, whatever is easiest for you. And I want you to write down each day, and it doesn't have to be at night time, it can be first thing in the morning. And I want you to write 3 things that you are grateful for today. And do that every day. Now, it can be the same things every day. I'm grateful for my children every day. I'm grateful for my husband every day. I'm grateful for my family every day. So, write these down. And once you get used to it and you build it into your routine, I want you to push that right up to at least 10 a day. 10, I normally between 10 and 15 each day. So it's about taking that time to be really grateful for what we already have in life. So when you're grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. Because what we do is we stop focusing on what we don't have and we start focusing on what we do have, and we become thankful for it. Affirmations. So affirmations are a positive statement that can help you to challenge and overcome self-sabotaging negative thoughts. When you repeat them often and believe in them, you can start to see positive changes. So how do you start affirmations? You need to turn a negative into a positive. Make it short and start with I or my, and write in the present tense. So I, Ashley Quasolini, kind, uplifting, and positive. There is a simple affirmation. Another great way, and you'll see that I just put my name into there, is to do affirmations in third person. They're really powerful as well. There is a debate going on about whether I is negative or positive, but certainly it's still being used. But certainly, yeah, great way to do it as well is to go into the third person. So examples, I believe in, trust, and have confidence in myself. So that could be Ashley Quasolini believes in, trusts, and has confidence in herself. I eat well, exercise regularly, and get plenty of rest to enjoy good food and health. I am open and receptive to the abundance I deserve. I release what doesn't serve me, and I make room for abundance. These are fantastic affirmations. And the one thing is, when you do that, you want to be saying them every single day. You could be saying them several times throughout the day. And just take that moment to really let it sink in and really believe it. Another great one by Esther Hicks. I, Esther Hicks, see and draw to me through divine love those beings who seek enlightenment through my process. The sharing will elevate us both now. So another great idea for writing your affirmations is putting that now at the end. So it's not just something you're waiting for, it's something you're doing now. You feel it now. And thank yous. So the importance of thank you, one, it is majorly good manners. And two, it is so important to just be thankful for what we already have. It's about being grateful. Remember and say thank you to people. How to be thankful for what has happened to you and how to be thankful about negative situations. So these are more things that we're going to go through. We're going to go through about how to thank the negatives and the positives we've gone through. One of the great things that I love and learned was when you get off a bus, you always say thank you to the driver, but do you actually pay attention to that? So a great way of doing this is just to be saying thank you, but think of you sparkling some magic dust over them. You know, picture it in your head and just look them in the eyes. Don't just walk off the bus and say thank you. Actually look someone in the eyes and say thank you so that it's actually meaningful. And we have to look back at everything we've gone through. And we will dwell more into this throughout the programme. But just being able to look back and be thankful, because if we haven't been in the situations we've been in, we wouldn't be the person we are now, and we wouldn't be moving forward we are now. So be thankful for what you've already gone through in life, or the people that have maybe tested you in life, rather than hold on to grudges and negativity and hate and hatred. Just look back, thank them, forgive them, and move on. And we will do more tools on how to do that. So switch your mentality from I'm broken and helpless to I'm growing and healing, and then watch how fast your life changes for the better. So activity, counting your blessings. So I want you to make a list of 10 blessings and write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you. Now make sure when you're doing this that you're in a quiet place and you can sit down and really remember and feel being thankful. And feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. It's just so important to bring what we already have into our life and just to be reminded of actually the positivity and greatness that is already around us. So further exploring. So if I've tickled your brain a wee bit today and you want to go on before our next session and start looking at things further, please read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne and The Essential Law of Attraction Collection by Abraham Hicks. So that's Esther Hicks and Jerry Hicks. Esther has her own website. She's amazing. I get daily quotes off her, which is fantastic. Sad that Jerry passed away, but Esther still continues to work with Abraham. We have the Radical Chef podcast by Carla White. She is absolutely phenomenal, and probably she is one of the main reasons why I have now moved forward in my coaching and really pushed my programs out. It was listening to her and her podcast during my maternity leave in the winter. That is what really just triggered me to say, right, enough, you need to do this because it's something that you wanted to do for a long time. And yeah, that's why I'm here now. The Positive Dog by John Gordon and The Energy Bus. These are absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed reading these. And you can also get all these on audio so that if you don't want to read it, you can put it on audio so you can have it in the car, you can have it on headphones when you're out walking, etc. The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Now, again, another incredible book. She does not take any crap and just is fantastic. And that's a great learning tool to stop your mind from going into bad thoughts, negative thoughts. It's the 5-second rule. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. And then you can create and bring in a happy thought instead. The Chimp Paradox by Professor Steve Peters. I have been very fortunate to listen to Steve Peters live. Incredible. And this, for anyone that's in the medical profession, is a great book to really delve into and to understand the workings of the brain. And that is all about having your unconscious is you've got your monkey brain, and then you have your conscious and unconscious. It's incredible. You need to read it. You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. Again, really good, really uplifting, and just giving you that great tools. The Light is the New Black by Rebecca Campbell. Utterly fantastic. And it's, takes a bit of getting into, especially if you don't have a really spiritual, religious background. But honestly, stick with it. It's a fantastic book. Since writing this, I've got to add a few more. Obviously, just recently, Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty has been released. Absolutely incredible. Other books that I love is Anthony Middleton, ex-SAS soldier. His books are fantastic, not only to take into your life, but if you, for leadership, management, he is incredible. He will give you that positivity. Some great exercises in them books. There's so much out there that we can take on board to learn and develop. And for you guys, and part of this program is I have taken all my learning from the past 6 years and I am giving it all to you. So you don't have to do as much research as what I did. And references. So I hope you have enjoyed session 1, week 1 of the Kind Confidence Mindset Reset program. I will be joining you very soon for week 2. And this is just an introduction into what we're going to look in, how we're going to help you, give you the tools to move forward, to help with positivity and to really just uplift your life. So if you're feeling stuck, you feel like things are just never changing, you're in the same cycle, or you've got low self-esteem, you've been struggling with anxiety, overthinking, low mood, this is the program that is going to support you. And it is an introductory program, and it is absolutely free. We also have the Kind Confidence community, and this is a private Facebook community that you can join again for free and get the support from other members, and also enjoy weekly live videos. And it's just a great, lovely page that we have been building up over the past year. If you have any questions or you need support, then please, you can email me at kindconfidence@gmail.co.uk. No, that's a lie. kindconfidence@gmail.com. So please ignore that first one. I am happy to help. You can always private message me on Facebook as well, and Instagram. At Kind Confidence, and my Facebook, you can go on my personal one, or you can hit me up a message on the Kind Confidence community. I am more than happy to go on a call with you and just support you to go through the beginning of gaining some clarity and goal setting for where you want to go with the course. So thank you so much for watching, for taking part. I hope you get as much as what I have out of the program and what other people have as well. And yeah, if you need anything, just let me know. And I will see you absolutely soon for week 2.